Welcome to Nutrition Your Way. I'm your host, Cindi Stickle. This podcast is for those of you that finally want to have control over your own health and your family's health. This is for you if you don't know what to eat to help your chronic illness or even your child's ADHD. I will share with you how to easily swap out unhealthy ingredients in your food for healthier ingredients that won't make you sicker or affect your chronic illness. And yes, you can still eat your favorite foods. Other areas I will cover include how to remove toxins from your food and life, how to eliminate the overwhelm you have with your health, including how to read labels, meal plan and prep, and how to manage grocery shopping with ease. My goal is to make biohacking effortless. Hey everybody, on today's episode we are going to be talking about the toxins in food packaging. If you think about it, unless it grows on a tree or you grows out of the ground, pretty much everything is in some sort of package. You're talking lunch meats, just things that are in jars and plastic packaging, and meat is wrapped in plastic. Anything frozen is in packaging. And a big one is canned foods. That is a major staple in pretty much everyone's pantry. But it is also a significant source of exposure to the endocrine disrupting chemical BPA, as well as all the other chemicals that have replaced BPA. Bisphenol-A is BPA, but there's also BPS and BPA-f, like Frank. So you have to be extra careful. So according to the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey data, people who consumed one canned food item in the past day had 24% higher concentrations of BPA in the urine compared with those that did not eat canned foods. Eating two or more canned foods resulted in 54% higher concentrations. I personally try to avoid stuff in cans. I make most of my food anyway from scratch, so if I want soup, I'll make it from scratch. I will not buy canned soup unless it's I absolutely have to. I'll try and get stuff in glass instead. But there's cans that I have to buy. Like my husband will eat tuna, so those are in cans. But you have to be extra careful. You really have to do your homework and find the cans that are the safest for you. So in 2016, a study found that eating canned soup resulted in 229% higher concentrations of metabolites of BPA in urine compared to those who didn't eat canned foods. And that was just, 6 years ago, 2016, 7 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. And companies had already started claiming that BPA-free. Okay. In my other episode about the dangers of toxins in plastics, I talk about how the bisphenol-A has been replaced with the bisphenol-f, like Frank, or S, like Sam, and they're still the same dangerous chemicals, just not BPA. So the companies can claim they're BPA-free because they are, but now they have BPS or BPF, so it's not toxin-free. So you just have to be a little more alert about that. Another issue is foods that are acidic and or have fats in them will have higher levels of BPA or its replacement chemicals, as oil and acidity increase the leaching of these compounds. So you talk about pasta sauce or oil, like coconut oil or olive oil. Those will have more leached plastic chemicals in them than non-acidic foods. Many companies are trying to move away from BPA, and they'll have BPA-free can linings, in response to all of the consumer demands. But many of these new linings are just as bad or have very little safety data behind it. There's no studies on them. Again, it may be BPA-free, which could be true, but it's got BPF or BPS, so it still has the sister chemicals that are still unhealthy, but nobody has caught on. The consumers have not caught on to the fact that they're still in there. Paper food packaging like microwave popcorn bags, pizza boxes, ice cream tubs, and sandwich wrappers are coated in an oil and water-resistant class of chemicals called PFAS, the same class of chemicals used in non-stick cookware. So you have to be extra careful. Okay, it's like, well, why is this not sticking to my food? Because there's a chemical on there protecting it. Okay. You also have to worry about some of the canned goods. The cans are lined with various types of plastics like vinyl acetate, PVC, polyester resins, or acrylic resins. So there's so many ways that toxins can just be inside of a can, and that's touching on the food that you're going to eat. Okay. In late 2018, due to major health concerns, the state of Washington banned the use of PFAS chemicals in food packaging. In 2022, provided a safer alternative would become available. Okay, so some states are realizing that yes, they have to get rid of those, the packaging with chemicals, because everywhere you look, something's in a plastic package. Perchlorate is a propellant used in rocket fuel, and it has been approved by the FDA since 2005 as an anti-static agent in dry foods like cereal. Because in that way, the cereal doesn't stick to the plastic bag that it's in inside the box. Okay, it's a propellant used in rocket fuel that your kids are eating. Okay, just let that one soak in for a minute, all right? And also another fun fact about perchlorate is it is an endocrine disrupting chemical, aren't most of them, that can interfere with normal thyroid function. I have Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism since 2001. Okay, so removing toxins from my diet has been very important because I know that it's been causing a lot of my underlying health issues. That's the only one I have, but you just don't know where the toxins are coming from. So you have it in your cans, the linings of your cans. You have it as a lining in microwave popcorn or pizza boxes or ice cream, sandwich wrappers. Okay, how many of your kids are eating all those, or you are eating all those? And then the cereal. I stopped eating cereal many decades ago because it's empty calories and it's not nutrient dense. And, but still, it's still in there. So you have to be aware of what is touching your food. Okay, so sticking to whole foods, foods that don't have to be packaged in plastic. I see tomatoes that want to go grocery shopping and they're in a plastic container. Why? Tomatoes don't need to be put in plastic. Okay, they're acidic for one, so now they're going to start leaching all the plastic. They can just be fine on the vine or just loose. And then you can stick them in your little mesh bag when you go grocery shopping. Okay, but it's little things like that we have to think about that are also adding to our underlying health condition. So if you're struggling with something and you're removing a lot of different things to see if you're getting better and you're not, it could be the packaging that your food comes in. Okay, it could be something small that's building up. If you listen to my episode of the scale of environmental toxins, it talks about low dose versus high dose. Okay, so just be a little more aware when you go grocery shopping of the foods that you buy, and try and stick to glass, okay, or foods that don't have to be wrapped in plastic. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when new episodes are released. And if you like what you hear, I would love for you to leave a review. Thanks for listening today. I really appreciate you tuning in to the Nutrition Your Way podcast to learn about easy swaps, toxin-free nutrition, and how to biohack your family's health. Don't forget to subscribe here, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Cindi Stickle or my website cindystickle.com for the latest updates. Links are in the episode description.